Hi everyone, it's Justine here from House of Mahalo. Good to see you. So we are working on this beauty again today. So I thought we would start committing, now that the cover is done, to things inside. That's kind of what I'm thinking that we'll do. I'm just going to go for, a certain amount of time, just see how much we can get done and take it from there really. So the first thing that I would like to have is I've got this vintage envelope. It's got a very nice stamp just here, and as you can see the back is chopped through and a little bit messy in my opinion, but I'm thinking we could have this on our front cover and have that as a pocket. It's cut open here, so I'm going to, I've been umming and ahhing whether to leave it open or to close it, because you could tuck something up there, but at the same time, would you? Because things will just slide out, won't they? So let's just get that closed up and then we'll glue it on 3 sides as a pocket. So yeah, with a journal like this, well, any kind of journal really, you could just take it page by page, which is essentially what I'm going to be doing today, is just page by page. So let's glue this on 3 sides. Now the envelope is missing a little bit at the bottom of it, just here. So I'm thinking when we come to embellish, we could have maybe a wax seal or something, perhaps, if we so choose, because I would like to tidy that up a little bit. Just checking I've got you all in, perfect. And the pieces that I've got for in there are some vintage ephemera. So I've got this postcard piece, which comes from Europe. I'm trying to work out what language that is, maybe Austrian or Dutch or something. I think they might be Dutch actually. But there's Spice to Rights on the front and back, and I liked the blues, and of course the vintage thing. And then I've got this one which folds open, and this is like a postcard letter piece. Oops. Which I don't know whether to, I'm just going to take those off I think, because they're going to come off eventually, aren't they? I don't know whether to, that's quite sharp that. I think I might just take those edges off, because it's pretty sharp. I was going to leave it and then thought, I don't know actually, because obviously I sell my journals, so just in case. That's better. It's still got a little bit of a bumpy edge, but that's a lot softer now. So let's just ink those edges. I'm only inking it slightly because really it doesn't need it being vintage already. But that made a little bit of a mess of my desk. So. This is where I'm going to regret having done the cover already, isn't it? For fear of messing it up a little bit. Okay, so I've got these specimen cards, and what I thought, being a lady's scrapbook, is you could potentially have this, like these are flowers here, so I'm thinking about whether there's a way of like having it be a dangle. Just using some twine or string or something. I'm thinking, did I have, I was using embroidery floss the other day, wasn't I? Did I have any of that left? There we are. Might as well keep it in keeping. So how are we going to do this? So I'm thinking, oh, that's a little piece. What I'm thinking is to pop that through this piece, the specimen, because what I was thinking is, you know, there's a flower in here which wants to move around a little bit, and I was thinking this could be like, you know, the flowers type thing. If you were in, you know, keeping flowers, pressed flowers from your boyfriend or something, the man you're courting, you'd probably want to do something. So we're going to want a hole in there, in the journal piece. So I think the easiest thing would be to take it out so that I can put a hole in it nicely. And to be honest, I think I have to, what's the word? I think I need to bind it anyway. I won't do that on video because that will take too long. So I think we should go with the rose gold again. So we want a small hole. Somebody's not happy. And we want let me just think about this a second. How is that going to work? Sorry about that, I was just checking it would work. So I've got my eyelet in there, and I threaded the twine through here, and I've just tied a knot at the top, because at the end of the day, this is somebody's scrapbook, and so it's going to be very sort of pieced together. It's not obviously I'm making it with the idea that I'm going to sell it, but it's not, like, that's not how somebody would have made it, if that makes sense. So let's put one strand through there. I think I want it about there, and then, yeah. What am I doing? And then I want to tie a knot here, I think, like that. Do I? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe we want it. It worked for that point, but I don't know if that's because the eyelet was closer to the top. I'm not sure. I'm just gonna go with that for now. If it becomes annoying, I can always change how I'm doing it. But yeah, my thoughts were, it's just somebody saving some flowers that their husband gave them, or boyfriend, or person they're courting, etc, etc. Okay, now what I would like to have is a book plate on this journal, I think, at the bottom. Now I do have some book plates left over from before. I would have liked a pink one, so I might need to make something else, but well, maybe not actually. We don't know now. I'm not sure now about having a book plate on it. I was going to have, you know, a journal on it or something, but I'm not so sure now. So for now, I'll just go with not. I can always add something later. Okay. Just putting it back in because I don't want to lose the order of things. So there you are. That can then just tuck in there almost. So the flower then that she's pressed is, yeah, related to the journal that she's got from her partner. Okay, so here we've got our stacked file folder pockets, is what I was thinking of having here. So this is the one that folds out. Well, that's a good point. I've put the ribbon on the back, haven't I? So I'm going to want to glue that down, I think. Okay, right, let's open that then. Yeah, I forgot about that. That's okay though. We're learning. Thought for a minute I hadn't turned the camera back on. Okay, I'm just going to dot the glue because I don't want it to seep through the ribbon, because you will see some of it. Because I don't think the pockets go the whole way across. Okay, so I'll keep that in position there. Just leave that for a moment. Right, so these pockets then. So we've got the one that flips down for writing space. And we've got the top one, and this is the middle. Oops, wrong way around. So, how are we stacking them? Something like that. Sort of they're uneven a bit. Maybe that, like that. Yeah, and then it goes with this over here. Okay, so we want to glue this one down first, and I'm just going to glue it the whole way down. I'm going to use the beacon, because these could be tuck spots or pockets in their own right, but I'm not convinced I would want that. Let's just put that tag out just to be sure. They will need further decorating, so we may have to do a decorating type video. Just want to check that's the right height, because I don't really want my tag poking out, but glued it down now, haven't I? So I don't want the glue to show. Just grab it. It's weird doing this part on video. I don't normally, do I? But I thought it might be nice to do it on video. You know, we've done the whole journal together, kind of a thing. So I thought it might be nice if you wanted to see it come together. So what I can always do is just cut a piece off the bottom. I don't think I want the tag poking out like that over the page, you know. So then next is here. Just want to check there's enough room and that they're even and all that. So I think I'll be happy with it there. So just going to make a mark. That's where I'm having it. Yeah, I liked these pockets. I'll definitely do these again. Especially in this paper where you've got the rose tab at the top. It turned out really nice. Okay. So yeah, I mean, you could glue the pockets themselves on 3 sides and have, you know, 2 pockets in one then. But yeah, I don't think I will, because I don't want too much extra bulk, you know. And then this one is the one that flips down for writing space. So let's get that one in. I still haven't decided whether I'm putting a tag, like clipping a tag in the pocket part of it yet. I haven't decided. We'll have to come to that, oops, in the embellishment part, I think. And then in terms of embellishments on these, I definitely want something here, because I'm not a huge fan of the stripy, and of course the writing is upside down with it this way. So something here. I mean, I do like the tick-in, it's just, yeah, I don't know, I'd prefer a focal point. This I'll leave, that's already got something. I may put words here and there, and then maybe something up there perhaps. But for now, we'll just make a decision later. Okay, so that's that. I like that. That's very. Oh, just make sure I'm not gluing my flip down closed. So yeah, it's not going to be the most practical writing space, but you can write on it, which is something. Or if somebody prefers, they could just glue that up. Or I could glue it up. I haven't quite decided myself yet. There are options. I just liked it for, you know, having a flip down, but I always love a flip down. So that's that. Yes, I like that. Covers up our butterfly, which is a shame, but I do like that. Right, I'd best check before the glue has a chance to dry that hasn't affected our closure. I don't think it has, but you never know. So just get that closed up. Perfection. That can sit in there. Okay, so that's that. Right, next page. What have we got here? So we've got this piece, which I have this in there. This little notebook that we made. It feels a little bit too bulky, to be honest. So I was going to have this as a tuck spot. I might have to change what goes in the pocket though, which is a shame, but because I did think about having these pieces tucked in there. Because otherwise you'd have to glue it in the middle, and I don't want to cover that up. So yeah, we'll glue it down as a tuck in the corner. Just catch that bit there. Yeah, thanks to those of you who have watched the series. I hope you've enjoyed it so far. Gluing. Why do I get so confused? Gluing this side, right. I'm just gluing it on two sides, and then oops, it can be a nice big tuck space. And just bringing it over to the edge. I never know whether that's a good thing or not. A good thing to do. That in terms of like strength of paper and whatnot, but I'm not putting anything heavy in it. I think, yeah, now that we've changed our mind about the having the booklet in there, the notebook. So then I've got here, I've got an antique, nope, vintage check. Liked it for the blues. We've got a piece of ledger paper which can be written on front and back, and a piece of note paper from, name escapes me, I think it might be Saturday Stamper, her damask kit. I will link it down below if you'd like to have a look. I've used a few of the papers in this project. Now, I added the paper clip just to keep them together, like as in, you know, so I didn't lose them. I don't think I'm using a paper clip for the actual thing, but I might add one. I might add one. Right, I don't know what I'm doing here yet. I want to put, I originally thought I might have some kind of frame. Now with the way that the journal's gone, I actually feel like I want to cover up the masculine feel to it, but I'm not sure yet, so I'm going to come back to that. Alright, that's all got stuff in the pockets, and that just needs embellishments down here, which we'll do on the next section. Okay. So we have this piece, which wants embellishing and inking. This is just a coin envelope used with some Tim Holtz paper. I did these in the Tina Mess Makes when I tried them the very first time, and I just made a whole random bunch of bits. I think, I never know whether to glue things as tuck spots or all the way down. I've got these, these both fit inside. I think I'm just going to I think I'm just going to glue it the whole way down, because this journal can take more bulk, but I don't think it can take an extraordinary amount more, to be honest. There we go. Yeah, so this journal did take on a life of its own, as they so often do, don't they? They really do. It started off as it was just Tim Holtz. I was just using the Tim Holtz paper, and then it became, well, now it's, I still don't have a name. I need a name for my lady. I will have one by the time of the flip through, because that will be the name of my journal, but I'm still looking for a name for my lady. Okay, I've got this vintage looking piece. This is from the Journal Boat. It's actually her secret garden kit, but I just thought it went fine for the neutrals and vintage kind of a look. I printed it onto white, so I'll just go over that a little bit. I don't mind the white personally, but just add a little bit of colour, so that can go in the pocket, fits perfectly. And then I've got another one of these Denmark postcards, which I don't know why I'm inking it, because it's already pretty pretty old looking, but, and that can be written on front and back. So yeah, despite it only having one like journal, so to speak, in it, there's lots of space to write with all the different bits and bobs, really. And then I was thinking we might put, well, obviously we'll have decoration here, and then depending on, I mean, I might just leave that because I quite like the pink, to be honest. I think I'm going to change out this, but I don't know what for. It sort of sticks out a little bit too much, because I did want that to be secret pockets. Just add a little bit of glue there, just one sec. Just came up a bit. Okay, so I'll come back to that. I don't think I'm doing anything more on that side anyway in terms of embellishments, and that side is, I think I'm happy. We've got this piece, which I thought with the blues frames quite nicely. I just need to decide, do I want it as a, what does this do? Oh, okay, it opens up and then you've got a card in it and a notepad. So I'm just trying to decide whether to have it as a, you know, it could be a tuck spot or a belly band maybe. But then I don't want to hide more of the blue, to be honest. So what I think I might do is put it on as a belly band, but I'm not going to put anything in it. Because I like how it looks on the page on its own. So, but because it's a heavy piece, I'm going to do 2 lines of glue. Oops. And then there's still space then if somebody wants to pop in a photo or a memento of their own, then they're welcome to. It's just I personally like how it's almost framed by that beautiful paper. So this paper, the background, is from My Porch Prints, and I printed it onto a linen paper that I had. Well, it's like a canvas paper. It's just something I picked up from a charity shop, and it printed beautifully. I mean, look at that. Isn't it lovely? Let's just make sure we still open fine. Yeah, that's all fine. So yeah, that's now a belly band then. I mean, I might put something in it. I might. I don't know. Not very good at committing, am I? But yeah, that's fine. Okay. I just like how it's just framed nice. I might change the field diary section. I'm not sure. When I originally made these, obviously I was just going very Tim Holtz and botanicals, and that's just how I do. Now with it being ladies' scrapbook, I feel like perhaps maybe that should be more like something that said, like, I don't know, secrets or notes or something, but we'll see what happens. Okay. Right. Might need to move up a size in book rings. Yep, so that's all ready. Oh, I need to put the I don't think I've got a pad in here. No, I don't. Yeah, so I need to put a pad in there anyway, so I'll get that done, and then I'll probably just add a bit of embellishment there. I need to find something for that pocket. I keep forgetting that's a pocket. So yeah, leave that. That's all ready to go. Just ink this up. Last, I think. Excuse me. Might be able to get some of the embellishments done. Now this piece wants to do that, so I'm just going to leave this out for me to glue down. It's another one of those postcard things, so I'll just leave that out and then I'll remember. This one I'm probably going to have some lace down the side here, so we'll do that when we embellish. I might have stuck everything down. What's that got in it? Well, that's a thingy-mabob index card. That's actually genuine vintage. It came in a vintage book somebody had left in. That one's cutting down, but it's ready. So then we've got this one. This is an envelope, obviously, that I did. And I thought we could have this glued here as a pocket itself as well. So again, because it's quite heavy and a big piece, I'll use the beacon. Oops. I mean, we might get time to do a bit of embellishments. Again, I kind of just want to start working my way front to back kind of a thing, so I don't miss anything out. And to be honest, I mean, some of the pages are already decorated. The ones that I did on video, I made sure that I embellished them as I went along, because that's just what I prefer. You know, I like to show you the finished thing, you know, when I'm showing it to you, kind of thing. But the pieces that I made on my own, I didn't embellish them. I basically was just folding paper. Folding and cutting paper. Okay. And then we've got just a bits and bobs in there, which probably want sorting out a little bit, but that's to go in the envelope. And then I've got these two, which I was thinking about perhaps turning these into journal cards. They'd be like mementos from the lady who shall be named soon. And now they can just sit in there. And that is the pockets done. Oh my goodness, that did not take me as long as I thought at all, did it? So yeah, the next thing then is embellishments. So let me just check the time, and I just need to get a few bits out and we'll get to decorating, I think. Okay, so I don't think we've got time to decorate every page in this video, but I thought we would just do a couple of bits and bobs together, and then I may come back and do some more embellishments with you on another day. So this is the tag pocket. If you remember, I made a little bit of a boo-boo, and this ended up being, yeah, in the wrong place, or facing the wrong way. Now what I thought, because I don't like that there's such a big expanse there, because it does look like something's gone on. Now what I could do is have some lace running down the center, so that it's almost like you know, if you cinch in your waist, you're like, you know, you're narrowing the space. So I think we'll go with that to start with. And this is some really nice delicate vintage lace, so I think goes with the vibe of someone, yeah, keeping their excuse me, I'm losing my voice a bit, keeping their you know, keeping a memory book. Goodness, should go get a drink in a moment. Just wanted to get these few bits finished off, really, because yeah, that time went really fast. Yeah, have to excuse me. I think it's just the heat, to be honest. Okay, so we have that. Oh, lace feels so soft. It's really pretty. It just came in a bundle on eBay. Well, that I got from eBay. A whole box full of lace for £5. I was well chuffed. Okay, so we have that, which I think, yeah, just hides the fact that it, or disguises the fact that it there's a big space there. Now either we could put some pearls on there, which I think would be very in keeping with the classy kind of a vibe, or the other idea I had was to have a die cut flower. These are the Global Land dies that I've been using, not that one. Which does work. I'm just trying to decide. I think I'm going to go with the pearls. I think there's not very often a good excuse for using these, because they are they're flat backed, but they do stick up a little bit. I'm just sticking them down for now. I will go in with some glue later. But just, yeah, that'll take a long old while. So I'm just popping them down there so I remember and slash can get used to it looking like that. See how many. Cut off 5 for the top there. Can we just fit that last one on? There we go. Wow, pearls with Tim Holtz. Did you ever think you'd see that? I certainly didn't. And then I just want to go back to the front, if I can. There we go. Because I had some ideas about this section. So I said about covering up where the envelope is broken at the bottom, and I thought we could go with some lace or crochet or something. I don't know which way around that's supposed to go, but yeah, I thought that would finish things off quite nicely. So let's get that glued on. Okay. Gives the envelope actually a very nice edging, I would say. Keep that for a cluster. Don't cut that very straight. Excuse me, all elbows. I really can't cut straight to save my life. And then what I thought was, I was looking at some wax seals, but it just, the colours that I had just didn't seem to go really. So instead, I was thinking, is there something we could do with just a little scrap of paper? For it to almost look like, you know, if you were to seal an envelope, you'd have, you know, something like that, wouldn't you? It matches the paper behind. I think that looks quite pretty. Just to give it an ink. Oh, God. Bits of lace everywhere. There we go. I just thought, keep it simple, you know, like a scrapbook. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Not a huge amount of bulk either, really. I mean, that crochet is a little bit thick, but doesn't add, you know, heaps of stuff. There you go. So the only trouble with the Fabri-Tac is if you get it in the wrong place, you just get that shiny, horrible shiny residue. Really wish they would do something about that. Okay, now I've got a bunch of these lace dangles, and I thought, I don't know if it's too much, but I feel like this wants some more, so I'm going to see about popping that through the hole, seeing as we've made one. And I can always take it off if it's too much, / doesn't fit. I think that's on there. Might want manoeuvring a little bit, but I can sort that later. Basically, I don't know now. I liked it before, now I'm not so sure. I don't know, it might be too much. And then the last thing that I want to do is, I did decide I do want something on this journal. So I thought what we'll do is, I printed this out from the computer onto some white card, and I just went around the edges with my scissors so that it didn't look quite so prim and proper type of a thing. So I'm just gonna ink it up a little bit as well, like that, because I do think that looks nice at the bottom. And then what we're going to do is glue it onto some old book page. So I'm gluing it there so that we can get text all the way around. And just above there it says, well, made for dancing, join the party, those types of words, which I think is nice for this sort of thing. So let's do that. It's quite brittle book page, so I have to be careful. I don't know if that's not even, is it? It's because there was a bit about drowning. I didn't want that. So let's go here instead. Oops. Come on, little book page, you can do it. That'll do. Okay, so get rid of those bits. Don't lose your lace, Justine. Okay. I don't know if that's too... That's the only trouble with that tear ruler I've got. I feel like it's too jaggedy. But and then I've got a cut off of lace from the front. Just for a bit of texture. So it's gone a bit warm in here now. I think this will be the last thing that I'm able to get done today for how long the video's been, but also how hot it is in here. It's very warm. Okay, I'm just going to glue it down here just in case it's the wrong shape or something. Ooh. Okay, just pop a little bit more glue. And I'm going to go for that there. Just getting a tissue so I don't get my gluey fingers all over it. I don't know if I'm succeeding with the vintage angle. Everything for me just, I don't know. My style is just, yeah. I think my style doesn't really go with vintage that well, to be honest. Because I always like everything to be so clean. So I just went to go and look at the time, and I think we could probably get away with doing a few more pages together, and then I can just do the rest off screen. So we're looking at these file folders. Now originally my idea was to have this be a flip down, which I still like the idea of, but in this case I think I'm actually just going to glue it up as a pocket and have the 3 tags, because I really like the browns and blues reflected, and we're going to have a pretty cluster on here. So although I'm going against my original idea, it doesn't really matter. Sometimes, you know, we come up with ideas and we change our minds and things. So one day I will have a file folder pockets like this and have it flip down, but for today I want to not do that and do this instead. So let's just get that. And I think because of the size of them as well, if you were to flip down and write on it, it would be a little bit impractical. But the biggest reason why I wanted to do that is because I found this cluster in my stash, which I just think is perfect for these colours. And look how pretty that looks in the middle just there. I was thinking we could have some lace behind it, perhaps, across there. Yeah, it's like a parcel almost, isn't it? Okay, so for this I'm going to use Beacon, because obviously I'm gluing the fabric. yeah, so I thought if we just get on and do a few more pages together, just where I know vaguely pretty much what I want to have, then I will probably then just do the rest off screen, because really I think I've only got enough time for like one embellishment video. I don't really like the embellishing period to trundle on, because I find it quite difficult deciding what I want to have, to be honest. So let's do that. Tidy that up after. Yeah, so I don't really want the embellishing phase to go on for too long, really. Okay. So I made these clusters. These were my very first clusters I ever made. I remember it. I remember making these. And of course, yeah, I don't often work with blue and pink together. I love the colour combination together. I really, really do. But I don't often get a chance to work with those colours. Just because of what my projects have turned out to be and what things I've had in my stash and yada, yada, yada. Oh, that looks really pretty. So that's... I still need to put the eyelets in these tags, but yeah, we'll do that. And then I did wonder to have a sentiment on it. I think let's give that an ink up. I've cut this from a greeting card, and then I just roughed it up with my scissors so that it didn't look quite so neat and prim. Shall we add lace behind it? I'll cut that very straight. So yeah, I thought we would just get a few pages done, and then that'll be that. Because for the most part, most of the pages are embellished. It was just where I had like all the pages that we've done together, and I've probably already explained this like 1,000 times, but the pages that we've made together on video, I think I just mostly embellished them like pretty much straight away. Whereas the pages that I made on my own, I just was making them late at night and just making the bases of things, really. So those are the pages that need the embellishments. So yeah, I'm thinking if you were making your scrapbook, these could then be your notes and your little mementos that have made your life wonderful. That was the thinking behind that quote. And for the most part, I think I'm going to leave that as is. I want to put some eyelets in the tags, but aside from that, I think I'm okay. This side, I'm not going to add anything else. I'm happy with that. This page, I still don't know what I'm doing, but this one down here, I thought we could have a cluster. So I've got some lace. I've got a scrap of blue wallpaper here. This is a vintage wallpaper. I do sell scraps of these in my, like larger scraps than this obviously. I sell these in my Etsy shop, in case you haven't seen those. And yeah, some very pretty wallpapers. This is one of my favourites. I'll be very sad when it's all gone, but I still have heaps left, really. And then I've got a stamp of the Queen. I don't know what age this would be. I want to say the 60s perhaps. So we're going to have some kind of cluster down here. So I'm just going to put a dollop in the middle to catch the lace, like that. Again, I'm not trying to be too neat about it, she says. Like, obviously for me, you know, not as neat. So I'm thinking kind of like move this over. I'm just trying to get it so that you can see all the different layers. I may want to add a sentiment, but for the most part I'm happy with that. So let's get this one down. Yeah, I don't know about that page because it looks very masculine, and obviously the way that the journal has evolved is it's become much more feminine than masculine. Although I still feel like that page works, like I'm not unhappy with it, I need to find a way of just toning it down a bit, I think. That's what I'm thinking. I did talk about a frame, and I might want to do something with a frame and possibly some flowers. I just don't know yet. But I'm sure once I know what it is, I'll figure it out. Okay, so that's that. We might want to add a sentiment. Oops, sorry if I'm knocking everything. I just had pulled some sentiments out that might want to slot in somewhere. Not sure. I have to come back to it. Oh, butterfly is always nice, isn't it? Do I have any spare butterflies? Oh, I'll add a butterfly later. I'll probably put a blue one, this sort of a thing. Maybe like that would be quite nice. For now though, I'll move on. So that's that. Nice little cluster detail there. Right, this page. So we want to decorate up the coin envelope, and I found these clocks from the journal boat in my stash, which I thought goes with the vintage and the pinks and all of that. So I'm happy. And this has got it's got a little blue bird, little blue tit in there as well. Okay. So we're going to add some lace again, just like we did on the previous page, or the earlier page. Just using the same lace to keep it consistent. Now, has anyone got any tips for a squeaky chair? Because I tell you, my chair is getting squeakier and squeakier by the day. So if anyone has got any tips for how I can stop it from squeaking, please let me know. And the pink reflects there, the blue reflects there. So that's good. Just pulling out the bits and bobs that I put to one side. There's that butterfly again, just to bring in some more pink, blue. Put the word love, which I quite liked to go onto the lace. And then I've got a life of happiness. These would have just come from greeting cards. I imagine. Oops. And I've got another scrappy bit of lace. And another butterfly, which I still feel like it might be missing something, but I don't know if that's because of what I've got in the pocket. In here, it's quite plain. So there might be something that I can do to change up what's in the pocket, just to give it a bit more life. But for the most part, I think I am happy with that as well. I think this might be the last page I was planning on doing today, I think. Right, I need to get the clock down first. And then all these bits and bobs. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed seeing the embellishments. As I say, for the most part, we had done a lot of embellishing prior to building up the journal, which personally I would do it that way again, because I'm not actually a big fan of embellishing. I don't know if that's probably shown in my videos. I love watching other people do it, and I love how pages look after they're embellished, of course, but I don't know what it is. I get to the point of embellishing pages and I either freeze up or I just don't enjoy how much there is to do, maybe. I don't know if that's got something to do with it. I don't know. So yeah, I've only got a few more pages left to do, really. I think we have done the bulk of it together, so I'm sure you won't mind that the next video will be the flip through. It's incredible to think we're at that stage already, but we are. We just are. It's a very strange feeling, but we are. Okay. I mean, in truth, I've been working on this journal now for, you know, a good few weeks. But it has been a lot of fun, and it's been fun to try something different and a different theme as well. I used to do a lot with vintage, and I love vintage ephemera and whatnot, but I stopped doing much with vintage themes because I just love botanicals and flowers and all of that side of things, which doesn't always go hand in hand with vintage as such, because sometimes people expect pictures of people when you say something is, you know, vintage scrapbook type thing. So, you know, ooh, glue everywhere. So yeah, as I say, that page is ready to go. Not doing anything here apart from I might change the label so it doesn't say field diary anymore. Something there, which will probably be another clock or something. And then I do have this in my stash that I made a long time ago. Colours wise might fit, so there's a few more things that I can be doing, but for the most part I'm going to leave it there on videos, because it's really just a case of me just going through and adding lace and butterflies and sentiments and different things. So I will leave it there for the videos. So the next time you see this hunk of a beauty, hunk and beauty in the same sentence, that's a new one for you. It will be a flip through and ready to go in my Etsy shop. So yeah, it's incredible really that we're there, but we're getting there. So I hope you've enjoyed seeing those last few pages and you know, us putting all the pockets in and whatnot. Definitely think I will add a butterfly to this little cluster. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed seeing that. I'm so glad I've got a chance to use this as I say, this has been in my stash since like the very first time I ever made clusters, and it's finally in something. So yeah, anyway, I'll stop gushing about it, and I will leave it there, and I'll see you on the next video, which will be the flip through. Speak soon. Bye bye everybody.